Wembley Stadium is the home of English football and is one of the most famous grounds in the whole world. But in the shadow of the iconic arch sits Vale Farm, the home of Wembley Football Club. Wembley was formed in the post-war footballing boom in 1946, and their most successful period was in the 1980s, when they won the double, victorious in both the Middlesex Senior Cup and the Middlesex Charity Cup in the 86-87 season. Vale Farm is the home of Wembley and has a capacity of around 2,500. Due to its proximity to Wembley Stadium, it was actually used as a training ground for the England national team back in 1966 when we won the World Cup. The record attendance here was set in 1952 when the stadium sold out completely for a game against local rivals Wealdstone.
My name is Peter Sutton. I'm the president of Wembley Football Club. I first came here in 1964 and heard a noise in the ground and came in to see it was a friendly against Queen's Park Rangers.
Right.
And that was in 1964, and I've been here ever since. A couple of weeks ago I looked into Wikipedia, and we've played something like 2,750 games, of which I've probably seen 2,000. I remember years ago, cold winter's day, we played Finchley and Wingate here, Colgate. We were losing 1-0 or something like that. Half time we came out, we won 9-1. Okay. I said to the manager after, I said, "What did you put in the tea?" He said, "I put a bit of rum in the tea, so just to warm them up." But that was a bit of fun, but it was a good game. With the FA Cup, we'd never ventured further than the first round proper. We got beat here by Hayes, and then away in a replay against Dover, and we haven't been up to those giddy heights since. In my time that I've been here, we've had over 2,000 supporters come in, which was a game against Enfield in an FA Cup game, which was good, and they were like 5 deep on the touchline. And because we're surrounded by a lot of the professional clubs, okay, like Chelsea, Brentford, Arsenal, Tottenham, Watford, Brentford, Barnet, etc. The non-league clubs like Hendon, they do take a lot of supporters, and we do have our regular supporters, about 15. We also get ground hoppers come in. Over beyond the stand there is where Wasps Rugby Football Club used to play.
Right.
When they moved out to High Wycombe, they knocked the Wasps ground down and built 2,500 flats. We put circulars around all the flats saying that we are here, we are a football club, looking for helpers, looking for supporters. Didn't get any response because they're more interested in cricket.
During the 2012-13 season, the club was sponsored by Budweiser, and as part of a promotion with the FA Cup, Terry Venables, the former player and manager of the likes of Barcelona, Spurs and even England down the road, was brought in as a technical director. Arsenal goalkeeper David Seaman was appointed as a goalkeeping coach, and other footballing legends including Martin Keown and Ray Parlour were signed to play in the FA Cup that season. As you can see behind me, they've still got the advertising up from back over 10 years ago now.
Terry Venables generated a lot of interest in the club. It was in the national papers, and people were ringing him up, "Is that real, Terry Venables?" I said, "Yeah, we've signed him on as manager to do the FA Cup." We had people like David Seaman, Claudia Caniggia, Matt Letitia playing for us in the cup games only. I think Claudia Caniggia played in a couple of league games just to boost the side, and we did well. But once we were out of the FA Cup, the sponsorship died, and Terry Venables left. But Brian and Ian, the manager, were still in contact with Terry Venables, asking advice, what he should do and how he should play it, and until he died. You know, it's unfortunate, but yes, there was a good rapport between the manager and Terry Venables.
Now, Wembley currently play in the Combined Counties Premier Division North and sit 20th place, which is sadly bottom of the league. However, because of postponements earlier on in the season, they still have 3 games left to play, whilst most of their relegation rivals only have 1, if any. So every remaining game is a massive one, and it's vital to pick up all 3 points here tonight. The opponents, 4th placed promotion hopefuls Harefield United. This should make for an interesting game.
We ain't coming in. I ain't coming in. Yeah, away. Easy.
Okay, well, as usual, we got some food, cheeseburger and chips here. I think it was £4.50 for the burger and £3 for the chips. And I mean, I was surprised they have food here, but to be honest, this looks really nice. Bun slightly toasted, cheese completely melted in there, onions which have been grilled. Looks tasty. You've already tucked in.
Not bad.
Not bad. Looks nice. These chips look good as well. They were fried, all done properly, really tasty. Now, this game was very entertaining, the scoring starting in the 36th minute with Max Holland taking the ball through the Wembley defence and slotting past the goalkeeper. 2 minutes later, Harefield doubled their lead with Stephen Green towering in the air to head the ball home. The second half saw 2 penalties, giving Wembley a lifeline. Frustratingly, the first was saved by the Harefield keeper. Although, despite another incredible stop, the second was bundled across the line by Ronan Ismaili. 63 minutes in and Harefield got a third, Joshua Chaperon with this half volley into the top corner, off the head of the Wembley defender. Wembley were eager to not let this harm their spirits and continued to push forwards, with the Harefield defence having to throw their bodies on the line here. And soon after, this awful challenge was put in, studs up, a red card in my opinion. However, the referee only believed it to be a yellow. Just minutes from full time, Lucas Georgiou headed home to put Wembley right back in the match, but it turned out to be too little too late. Full time, Wembley 2, Harefield United 3. Well, that's full time here at Vale Farm, 3-2 to Harefield United. A really good game. We saw a couple of penalties, some meaty challenges and 5 goals to top it all off. Although unfortunately it was, of course, a loss for Wembley, but they are only 3 points now off of 17th place, I believe, which is obviously enough to stay up, and they've still got 2 games left this season. They both are away games, so they may be difficult, although both of the teams they're playing I don't think have much to play for. So fingers crossed a couple of wins for them, and fingers crossed they are able to stay up this season. But I've had a fantastic evening all round here at Vale Farm Stadium. I must give a big thank you to Peter Sutton, the club president, for agreeing to speak to me and for giving up his time. Once again, it's a fantastic club, and I do recommend that you come down and watch a game here if you ever are in the area. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, share and comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Good night.